Hello and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos, a D&D podcast set in the world of Fierlor. It is the 5th of April. Does anyone have any plugs or announcements or the like?
Happy birthday to my dad, whose birthday is in a couple of days.
Happy birthday to me for a couple days ago.
Happy birthday to Zoe.
Happy birthday.
Take your customary birthday inspiration.
Yay!
And it is my brother's birthday in a couple of days, who were the original players of Hemo and Waldwood.
Happy
crack
wizard!
Happy birthday to all the April people.
Yeah. Okay. Should mention the Patreon Redbubble if you want to support the show. Joe, I think you still have commissions open?
Yeah, I sure do.
Yes.
Fairly Run.
Yes.
Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah. Anyone else got anything they want to say before we jump in? All right.
Come annoy us on our socials.
Yeah.
Yes,
you know where they
please do.
are. They're in the links.
All right.
Come talk to us. We love you. Thanks for the support, always.
Without any further ado, let's jump into another episode of Wyverns and Weirdos. And we're back. So, where we last left off, the party started licking their wounds after the fight against Zath, and Ross and Sam had a big heart-to-heart in the alleyway. Meanwhile, what was everyone else doing after the stuff that was described already?
So I guess while the conversation with Ross and Sam is going on, Rook will just kind of, she doesn't look great, both physically and mentally. She'll just kind of carelessly give the coin pouch to Caius after having a quick look inside and just be like, have a look at that. I guess we can split it or something later. And then she will start taking her belt and her cloak and her great axe off Zath, and she'll just look disgusted at them and just fold up her cloak and then just bundle it under her arm so she doesn't have to see it anymore. And she'll just kind of crouch down next to Zath and be like, kind of thought this would feel a little better taking them out. Caius, I guess it's up to us to get rid of the body.
Anya calls from the other side of the orchard. She's like, leave it. I will take care of it after everyone has gone to rest.
All right, I guess if you wanted to burn away, I can give you a hand with that.
She turns her head slightly. You can only sort of see half of her face, and she's like, you should rest, Rook. I'm sure it's been a long journey and a big day for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon I could do with a drink or two. And a bath and a change of clothes and, whew. All right, what are y'all doing?
Well, was hoping we could all have a bit of a chat, but everyone seems to have gone their separate ways. So, I guess we just sort of do whatever we want to do, and we wait until everyone is wanting to talk, and or not talk. That's fine as well. And I guess I will look at counting this out, and he raises up the bag of gold. So I'll sort that out for everyone while I'm waiting.
Anya, she pushes herself off the fence, and she walks up to Caius, and she puts a hand out, and she's like, I will take it to Bertie. I don't know whether it's... Well... I don't know whether it's okay for you to go to him yet.
So Caius goes through a couple of emotions here. The first one is relief, because now he doesn't have to count. And the second one is a little bit of confusion. Like, is Bertie not well? I mean, well, obviously not. He's bleeding from several areas and on his body. Well, I guess he probably needs a bit of a break.
Well, I mean, you did try your hardest to kill him tonight, so I'm thinking maybe just for tonight, your face might not be welcome.
Got quite a good swing there. And then Rook kind of indicates at her, like, beaten up leg.
What?
Can I roll an insight check,
Yeah.
please?
Yeah.
I'll say Rook's entirely aware of what's happening. Yeah.
I forgot that her insight is so good. That's a 22.
Do I just say
no,
he fails,
actually,
or do you want me to roll?
That's a lie. It's even higher than that. It's a 25.
I mean, there's no deception here. It's so like you can see genuine confusion on Caius's face.
She sighs a little bit and she's like, sorry, I don't get affected by charm magic, so I forget that a lot of the times it doesn't. You were charmed, Caius. You fought for Zath. It's not your fault.
No.
Everyone's
I was fighting... What?
Zath has the ability to take away memories. I'm pretty well acquainted with that one.
Anya, she steps forward and she sort of raises her hand at Caius to go to touch his arm, but she's like sort of gauging first whether he'd be fine with it. Is he?
Caius is flinching away.
She nods and she's like, okay, it's it happened to Neumann during battle as well, and to Rook, okay?
Yeah, I took a swing at about just about everybody there.
I think it was mostly just Bertie and I that weren't affected.
Wait.
Away at one point, and it was really just us fighting. But maybe this is a conversation you should have with Bertie, but Caius, not tonight.
No, what do you mean? Did I... Caius is going to put his head in his hands, and this magic. It's so the cut on Bertie's arm. That was me.
Anya, she looks at him and she just nods sadly.
And he looks over at Rook. And your leg?
Yeah, that was actually a really good blow. I'm pretty impressed with that one.
Oh my god. It's helped again.
Hey, Caius? Caius. Caius, deep breath.
Sit down
okay?
in the dirt.
Yeah, Anya, she crouches across from him.
After Baby Rook does as well.
She's careful not to touch him, but she's like, Caius, just try and take deep breaths, okay?
I thought I was better. Why can't I? Why? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Guys, Zath is a master magician. I couldn't resist any of their spells once. They're real powerful.
Caius, I have the blessing of the King of the Seven Hells, and I'm also an elf. Like, it's hard to charm me. That's the only reason it was not me who did that damage instead of you. You've seen me fight, and I've seen you fight, and everyone lived, okay?
Anya, you've seen me fight. How do I fight? What do I do? What is my one goal in fights?
To be the strongest and to overpower the other. And to protect your friends.
How can I protect them if I keep trying to hurt them?
Caius.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And he's just going to put his head in his hands and just sob quietly.
Anya, she draws a little pattern in the dirt, like on the ground between her and Caius, and she's like, I know you think you've let Bertie down tonight. And I can't tell you what's going through Bertie's head right now, Caius. But you are someone who he trusts, okay? And I think it will take more than some asshole with controlling powers to change that. But you will need to speak to him. You can't just ignore this, because I think he will shut away.
I don't think I can ignore this. This is too much. I unfortunately seem to have a history of this.
Can I ask?
Sorry, I forget. Sometimes I'm not very open. I've mentioned that there was a woman a few years ago I was very close to, and we were engaged, and we were planning on buying a house and having children and living our lives together. She was incredibly strong-willed, and we were adventuring together. That's how we met. She was the best fighter that I knew. And I've never met her equal. And then one day we were in a fight together, and I lost control of my magic, and it started to control me, and I didn't know what I was doing. I only found out after the fact that I had damn near sucked the life out of her and everything around me. And I don't know much of the details, but a month or two ago, when we were in Navora, Bertie and I had a magic lesson, and I again lost control of my magic, and I saw Bertie as an enemy. Thankfully I didn't attack him, but I know in my heart that for some reason I wanted to. And now I have, and I've attacked Rook, and I'll be honest, that's a few more times than I'd like that to happen. I don't want a fourth. I don't know what would happen, because I know myself I'm getting much stronger. And the way my brain works is I'm constantly thinking about, if we were in a fight with someone, how would it go? What would happen? What would I do? What would they do? And I know that if I am in another situation where I'm not able to be stopped, that I won't be, because apparently this is who I am. And as much as I don't want to be, it's who I am. And I don't want to be that, and I don't want you to see me for that. But it's who I am.
Caius. Anya, she reaches forward again and she puts out her hand and she's like, "May I?"
He's gonna nod.
She takes one of his hands and she's like, "I know that you and I have had our differences, and I know that you and I can almost be too similar sometimes, and that you and I have both seen war, albeit different sides. But do you know who I see when I look at you, Caius. I don't see you as this big warrior. Like, I get shocked all the time in battle. I've seen you fight countless times, and every single time I'm surprised at how strongly you fight. Because when I look at you, I see kindness. And I see the willingness to help other people, regardless for self-preservation or for what might be right. You just know in your heart kindness and protection. And I know when you're out of control, it doesn't feel that way. Trust me, I've been in that position more than once. I mean, this entire mess started because I wasn't fast enough to stop what was happening. We could play the blame game of it's because this happened or because that happened, but at the end of the day, sometimes people do things that are out of our control. And what has happened to you, be it through your own magic, be it through someone else's, that was not in your control. She looks up to Rook and she's like,
Rook is looking very blank.
Yeah. She's like, Rook, how is your leg?
It'll be fine. Like, that's nothing. Don't be worried about that.
How do you feel about Caius after your leg? If you don't mind me asking.
Nothing's changed, man. To be honest, I guess we got something in common now.
She turns back to Caius and she's like, the people here don't see you like the people at home see you. I don't think for a second if you were the person that you think you are, that any of us would still be here fighting beside you. And yes, you and I have had our differences. You and Ross have had your differences, but the reason is because we care, Caius. And we don't care about how strong a fighter you are, we care about you. And you are not the damage you deal in the world, you are the kindness that brings smiles to the cheeks of the people around you. And I know that can be hard to believe after so much chaos, but I must believe it's true, because if you, who is the best of us, is terrible, then what does that make me?
I'm sorry. I've known for a little while that, I've always been trying to be someone else. I always try and be just a little bit quicker and a little bit stronger, but with things that have happened, I don't know if I like the person that I am, because everything that I've done since I was about 5, when my father first taught me how to use a sword, it has been to protect other people, and I've enjoyed learning swordplay, and I've enjoyed fighting and training, and I've loved all of that. Right up until I stopped loving it when I started to look at myself after my father died, and I thought, what am I doing? Why have I chosen this path for myself? I'm now someone who throws themselves into fights. I try very hard to have a strong moral compass when it comes to who I fight and how I fight. And up until Navora, I would only fight those that I deemed worthy to fight. And up until today, I would only fight after being engaged. And everything is slowly changing. I am slowly changing. And I am turning into a different person. And I don't like that person. And now I apparently have no issues with turning against my friends. I just want to go back to the way it was. I just want to go and protect a caravan from wolves, and I want to be someone at the head of the group on a horse, where if bandits see us, they won't attack us, and it's boring, and it's easy, and we're helping people that need to be helped, that can't defend themselves. I want to go back to that life. I want to go back. I want to be a town guard. I want to be just a guard for a merchant. I just want to be no one again.
Then why don't you do that?
Because
Anya reaches forward and she puts a hand on Kaiser's cheek and she's like, "You are so incredibly young, my friend. So much so that I forget sometimes. Have you taken a break since your father passed? Have you stopped moving?"
I can't. Because if I do, I won't start again.
Caius, when I lost Bryn, I would not stop. I was at a point where I was doing everything I could to get my sight back, to get her back. There was moments where I considered lichdom. That's like we killed the lich not long, well, a potential lich, but there are so many paths that I could have taken and so many mistakes I made because I didn't stop. And I think that things would be very different if I had. I won't tell you what you need to do to get past this, because everyone grieves differently, but try to find the break between the punches. Try to live in that quiet moment between the swing of the sword.
And Rook kind of also like just, I don't know, gives him a little flick on the cheek as well, and is like, and also, you if you wanna do something, then you can make the steps towards it. You're not. If you wanna go be just guard some merchants and stuff, you can do that. And you can look to what's stopping you from doing that. Because you're not every situation that has happened. Just because a few situations have been kinda shit, that doesn't make you a shit person. You're talking about these things that have happened like they have completely defined your being, but you can change. You're still young. And yeah, listen to Anya here. She knows her stuff. You'll be good, alright, kid?
Anya, like, gives Rook a smile and she turns back to Caius and she's like, I wanted to ask you again to come to training tomorrow, and I think this time for a different reason than when I originally asked. I think, and it may be presumptuous of me, but I do think that there are some things that we can learn from each other, Caius. And I want nothing more for you than for you to feel like yourself again.
Thank you, both of you. Sorry. But that was a lot. You didn't need that. And he's gonna wipe his eyes a little bit. I would, yes. I think training tomorrow would be a very good idea. I will see you there.
Please, Dawn, I have some things I do need to say to Ross, but as silly as it sounds, try to use it as a break. You'll see what I mean. I think our training is a little different from each other.
Okay.
And whenever you need tomorrow, I can find Bertie and set aside time for you both to talk, but sit on it tonight, breathe, and then talk tomorrow. And please, Caius, do talk to him. I don't think either of you will cope if you don't.
Yes. In the interests of being open about where everyone's going, I'd very much like to go for a bit of a run. I don't think I'll be too long, but I'll be back tonight.
Of course.
Whatever you gotta
See
do.
your head.
Meanwhile, Bertie.
We'll skip to Neumann. I don't
Neumann?
have anything
Okay.
actually to add to this.
Okay. Neumann.
Well, Neumann has been in his room for quite some time. Well, it's not his room, it's the boys' room. And he's basically just been laying down on his bed, facing the ceiling with his arms outstretched and that insignia in his hands. He's sort of like spinning it, tossing it from hand to hand. He's sort of giving that insignia all of his attention. He's sort of been zoning out quite a bit, sort of losing passage of time, sort of falling out of pace. But he's starting to think. He's really starting to think about the kind of people that the wizards are. And I guess what I want to know, Darby, is there anything special about this insignia? If he has been looking at it for quite some time, or perhaps could he inspect it a little bit more to see, is this just a plain old piece of platinum or silver, or is it perhaps some magical property to it? Is there perhaps some mechanical property to it?
No. So this, from inspecting it, you gather that it is essentially, it is a signifier of rank more than anything else. So this particular one being like that it is held by a dread magister.
Alright. There's sort of like a little bit of relief after coming to the realization that he knows that there's nothing more to this insignia than it just being a piece of useless metal. He's probably going to drop his arms and put it back in his pocket. He is then going to sit up and look out the window, I guess hopefully facing the orchard. The window on that side. Can he see the orchard from up in the room?
Yeah.
Yep. Who does he see down there? Is everyone still there?
Probably at the time, or probably at this point, you would see Caius departing from Rook and Anya going for a run.
Caius is actually just going to wait for everyone else to leave. He is now sitting cross-legged in the dirt, drawing stick figures.
Okay, so you would see Rook and Anya leaving Caius.
We'd see Anya removing a body from the premises and going for a walk.
Yeah.
To dispose of said body.
Okay.
Just become her regular MO. You're gonna stop killing people.
Yeah.
I guess Rook might be heading towards the tavern in that case, or just hanging it out.
You would probably also see Ross trying to avoid running into everyone else as she enters the tavern. Alone.
And what's the time right now?
It's probably around about 9:30 at night.
9:30 at night. Alright. Neumann is just going to quickly maybe grab a piece of parchment or something and write some ideas that he came up with these past couple of minutes whilst pondering. He's probably going to take a deep breath, and now that he's had time to process a bit of what's happened, he might make his way down and just find anyone from the party, whether or not he runs into Ross or he continues out the back, maybe talks to someone in the orchard or someone, whoever he runs into first. Which will probably be Ross, I'm guessing.
It would be either Ross or Birdie, because Ross was actually going up to the rooms to find you.
Birdie's not there. He's gotten up to the attic, so yeah.
Oh,
We will see Ross.
oh, B. Hi.
Oh, hey, I was actually just looking for one of you guys. Actually.
I was looking for you.
Oh, I'm flattered. How can I help?
Oh, I was just looking to see if you were okay. All things considered, that's a bit of a bad question.
Well, I just had to take in a lot just then.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, There is one thing that I sort of wanted to talk to specifically you and Bertie about, and to everyone else as well, but it's sort of like I've just had to sort of really sit down and think about it, because it almost feels like it isn't real. But I think I'm probably the only person who knows that it was real. What I'm talking about is what I did, and I guess a little bit of Kai's during the fight, but mainly me. And what's getting me right now. And he'll sort of take a moment and sort of put his back against the wall and cross his arms and sort of slouch his head back and droop a little bit. Is what's really been getting me is that this is definitely not the first time that this situation's happened, and it's definitely not the first time that it's happened where I'm attacking my friends when I'm attacking you. And I don't know whether or not the fact that I remembered this happened is a good or a bad thing, but to be honest, I sort of wish I didn't know that this happened.
I will admit it wasn't great seeing you disappear again. That didn't feel fantastic. But I am also sorry that I didn't like you not remembering with Titania's needle, but I guess I forgot that remembering means you have to live with it too.
Yes, and at least now that I do know what happened, I can do something about it. Hopefully, I've got some ideas brewing in my head, but I don't know if they'll even work or anything like that. But I think I'm gonna need to take some time and sort all of that out. But I'm just really fed up. I thought I left this shit behind me. I threw away something very close to me. Something that I've grown up with most of my life. Something that's helped me through really tough times and made me who I am today, so that I can keep on going with people who I consider family, who make me happy. I thought I was done away with all that. Controlling, being used, and it seems like that's not something I can get away from easily. And it seems like going forward, that's going to become more and more of a problem. I don't know if any of the stuff that Zath said were true when they were impersonating Rook as well, but it's just, I really hate how manipulative and controlling these wizards are, and I want to wipe their shit stain off this. And he sort of choked because he's not really processing too well the feelings that he's got right now, and he sort of just sighs and he just goes, even after beating one of their most powerful, I still don't feel any closer to getting what I want.
Thank you for telling me that. I can't... I fight the wizards a lot. Not people like Zath, but it's kind of my job. And it really... The sense of satisfaction only lasts until you remember that they're everywhere. They're like a parasite. And they've gnawed their way into Karas, and they're trying to leave it hollow. I know I made that stupid speech, but it's hard to feel victory when it's just another one. And another one, and another one. But it's still something. There's one less Wizard of the Ruin than there was 3 hours ago. And as much as they took control of you, you still helped end them. And to all the people they've hurt, to Rook, to people back home, that's nothing. You've done something really good, Neumann. And I thank you for apologizing for that, but you, Caius, Rook, a bit, you can't control what someone else does to your head. We can just get better at trying to stop it from happening again.
And that's something that I'm going to dedicate a very hefty amount of time dedicating just all of it to fixing that. And I'm okay. I really am. I am okay right now. But it would make me feel a lot better knowing whether or not you are okay, or if Birdie is okay. And I just had a look out there, and Birdie still isn't back, and I'm starting to really worry now.
He said he'll be somewhere in the tavern. I'm not sure if he wants to be found right now, but maybe knowing people are looking will help.
And what about you? Are you okay?
Honestly, the injuries didn't mean a lot. You were charmed. It hurt to look at, and it hurt to see you do that. The same way it hurt to watch Caius hurt Birdie. But physically, I am peachy keen. And, well, my friend left in one piece, so we're fine.
Speaking of which...
I wondered why no one was asking.
I might have peeked out of the window.
No.
And I sort of feel bad because they helped, and I didn't really say basically anything to them. I'm just. Are they coming back, or?
He is Concord business. He could only come for. He helped Rook escape, and then he. Shit.
Well, that's all I need to hear. If they've helped us fight, and more importantly helped Rook escape, then I definitely do hope I see them again, but if I don't, could you just tell them thanks?
I will.
And he sort of twiddles his thumbs a bit and he goes, so do you guys have history? Or
What?
you seemed very close.
We went to college together. That's about...
There was a lot of, like, I don't know, I saw like an arm punch, and it was just, they're all things, look, and I know what you've told us in the past, and I'm not suggesting that completely, but like, the book I just finished reading, basically everything I just saw was in the book.
What? Wait, didn't you say that book was a romance novel? That's not... No,
I know, and this is why I'm so conflicted. I just...
No, that's Sam. That's no. That's just how he's always been with me. That's
actually really good to have. I think. I'm sorry, this is probably really weird.
This might have been a good thing to tell me before he transported out of here. Oh my god.
Do you think that he... And he sort of just does a whole bunch of like hand gestures, like...
Ross understands what those hand gestures mean. I guess I thought I mean, he wrote all those songs, and but he would have said something, wouldn't he? He would have, you don't hide that for years, do you? You don't.
Look, well, in the book, he did hide it. He hid a lot of secrets. Sorry, this probably isn't helping. Look, maybe you should just read the book for yourself. And he goes into his bag and he brings out the book and he just like places it in your hand. Look, I'm no expert. I actually know very little. But maybe reading would help you understand.
She opens to like an arbitrary page. What
It
does she
is blank.
see, Darby?
It is blank.
There's...
And will be for 100 years.
Oh, so, okay. Hang on, sorry. I was under the assumption that it just loses its magic and that the pages would still be...
I mean, it does, but the fact that it, like, changes to suit the reader means that, like, the text itself is magical.
Oh.
Did you just give me a blank book? Is Sam a blank book? Am I a blank book?
Wait, what? What? And like Neumann like snatches it back off you, like in sort of like a polite but very swift way. And he has a look through the pages, and I'm guessing they're still blank.
Yeah.
But like I know what this does, but wow. This story means so much more to me now that I know that this was. And he sort of like hold it up to his chest, like.
Wait. So, I'm sorry. I'm not really understanding the metaphor. Here, are you trying to tell me that Sam's a blank?
No. And he like flicks through the pages. These had words. This was the story I was telling you all about. That,
with the
like the
but those
ultimate
people were in
betrayal,
love.
and there was a lot of love in all the wrong places. It wasn't even a triangle of love. It was more like a pentagon. It was like it was complicated.
But Sam and I aren't. We're not.
Okay.
I'm not. Am I?
I don't know.
Am I?
Ask Anya. Anya sees everything, apparently.
But she doesn't always understand. She thought Bertie was jealous of me and Caius. That's not. Oh my god. Am I in?
Can Neumann
I?
sort of... can Neumann, like, think on that and be like... Actually, no, that does sound right. Or, like...
Neumann can think what he wants.
Yeah. Look. I could probably see where Anya was coming from with that.
But why me? People are disappointed in me.
I think that when you first came into the party, I don't think that people knew you as well, and some of our party members can be very hard to earn trust with, and that takes time. Which,
yes, but
you were
Bertie,
there right now, like
yeah, Bertie and I talked about it, you know, and it doesn't have anything to do with Caius at all. Well, it does, but not in the way that everyone seems to assume it was. And like, honestly, look, people are just really disappointed in me, like feelings wise. People tend to just kind of hit a point where they're like, nah, not this chick, you know. So I don't really. That was confusing, but I
love how Neumann has come from like this sort of troubled disarray of thoughts, and Ross comes in really calm and straightforward, and the tables have completely turned.
The tables have flipped entirely. We should
reverse card.
Look, all right. I think you've got a bit to think about. I have very little experience with all of this, so I'm probably not the best person to talk to, but I am happy to talk about it because this is so juicy. But secondly,
yes.
I'm sorry, this has probably made it super awkward. Did you just want to drop this?
Yes, please, God, can we? Maybe let's try and find Bertie. Bertie,
Yes,
I think
I was
Bertie's
actually
having.
just about to
Let's try and
that.
find Bertie.
Neumann puts a finger up to his earring and pings Bertie.
Okay.
Specifically and only Bertie, because I'm pretty sure he can do that.
Oh, he can't.
No, it's an open
No.
channel.
It's an open channel.
Because
Yeah.
It's an open channel. You can only do it with the other pair.
Yeah.
yeah, and
But
we
can
have.
I then cast? Isn't there something
You
I
can cast
with it?
sending to only Birdie. So that is
Yes.
25 words.
That is what I'll do.
Oh, I thought he
Okay,
could.
I thought it was only
he
the
could-
pair.
Yeah, I thought he could only do it to me because we have the pair.
You could like use a ping to
No.
do it to everyone, but yeah.
You can use a ping to do it to everyone, but because all 6 are connected, you can send to
Oh.
anyone within that.
That was not the impression I got.
Oh.
I mean, I'm happy to add Ross as like a third party, like you know how you can do that conference call, sort of thing.
Okay. Oh.
But first he will ping Bertie alone.
I mean, it's gone through.
And he's going to say, regardless if it goes through or not, hey Bertie, it's Neumann. Just hoping you're okay. Would love to chat sometime tonight. Let me know when you're ready. And that's it. He's just going to leave it at that. So whether or not that goes through or not, he will just probably wait for a little bit though.
Yeah. Does Bertie respond?
After about a minute, you just get, hey, everything's fine. Just need a rest for a bit. I'll come talk later. Have fun without me. Winky face, winky face, winky face.
I was waiting for it. How many charges of sending are there?
You have 3 charges.
3. He's going to use... Oh, actually... I'm just trying to remember if there's any like food that Birdie really likes. He knows wine is the way to go, but maybe wine isn't a good thing to have right now. But he really can't think of anything else, so he's going to turn to Ross. And sorry, what does Ross say?
Oh no, you should probably
Wait,
ask her first. I thought Neumann was musing out
Roll
loud.
me an intelligence check, Neumann.
All right, here it goes. Just a regular intelligence check is a 24.
Yeah. You are literally in the place that Bertie was raised. The people who raised him are right downstairs. They are probably people you could ask what his favorite food is.
Right, Neumann, well, from Ross's perspective, Newman's eyes sort of just open wide with a really, like, bright shine to them, as if he's just had some epiphany. He sort of goes, come with me real quick. And he outstretches his arm as he's already running and just hopes that Ross grabs onto it, and then he runs down to the bar. Excellent. You are pulled down to the bottom stairs. We were sort of in the hallway, I'd imagine. So we just go down the stairs to the bar. And he will try to grab the attention of someone behind the bar.
Okay. We'll just jump to Rook for a moment. Now, I think you were messaging that you probably would have gone with Anya.
Yeah, mild retcon. She probably maybe she would have looked into the tavern. Is it particularly busy or noisy?
Mildly, not overly though.
Okay. I guess she probably just look in there and just be like, no, it just looks very uncomfortable, and then leaves again, and then just kind of just walks over to Anya, who is disposing of the body, I'm guessing.
I was muted. Anya's sort of attempting to lift the body herself. She's not actually that strong, so she's just kind of dragging the body. And she sees Rook approach and she's like, I almost went to a southern accent then.
Yes.
I hate to ask, because I know I said I'd take care of this myself, but do you mind helping?
Oh no, I'm happy to help with this one. Rook just kind of awkwardly places down her cloak and her belt and such, and she grabs the legs of the body, I guess. So, what are we doing with them? Burning, burying?
I think maybe we find a tree in the forest, somewhere for some wolves or something to have at them. I think would be most suitable.
I like that one. That's very suitable.
They can give back to the earth.
Yeah, certainly the only way they've ever gave back to this world in a positive way. All right.
Anya sort of starts leading the way, I guess, out of the town. Do they run into any fucking guards or anything, Darby? They are carrying a dead body.
I'm gonna say that Anya's stealth and perception are enough that
she probably stops them when need to be stopped.
Neither of you are wearing any sort of heavy armor to draw attention to yourselves.
Rook is still heavily covered in blood, I will say.
So is Anya. She also took a fair bit of damage in that fight, and no one acknowledged it, so she was like, this is fine. Everyone else is having their problems.
Yeah, true. I
got to kill someone that had my face and also the face of several people who I care about.
There are so many things going on at once that I'm not sure what to address, and Rook is in such a bad headspace. I'm just like, oh. But yes.
As they're sort of walking, Anya looks across and she's like, it's good to see, you.
I was just thinking that I've missed you. So, How long were they pretending to be me?
Well, they were
2 days? 1 day?
they were here for a few hours.
Yeah, it was
Before-
like maybe 12.
Yeah.
If you include the sending stone,
Yeah, maybe 24 when you include the or
Yeah.
yeah, a bit longer when you include the sending stone, but
I used the sending stone to talk to, well, you, but it was not. And Doros and I went to go get not you, and, well, she kind of chuckles a little bit and readjusts how she's carrying Zath, and she's like, they're not exactly the smartest because they decided that I was the person they would try to charm. So,
That didn't work out well for them then.
no.
I'm
I
glad to hear
wish
that.
I'd figured it out sooner, though. I feel like it's a disservice to you that I didn't. And I'm sorry.
I'm the one that let them catch me, and they got home and they, God's knows what information from my head, so... I mean, I had to come as fast as I could to take care of the mess I'd made. I'm really glad that you all knew already. That's amazing.
How could we not? It's... I mean, it's you. She blushes and she looks down a bit and then she's like, I'm really glad you're here. I don't... As much as you say that, you let us down by being caught by them, it brought you back to us. And now there's one less to worry about. So, I think that... Well, I hate the idea of you taking them on your own, so I'm glad that we were all there too.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I think I've proven pretty well that I'm not good at taking care of things on my own. I guess it took getting locked up to realize that I'm no good at this solo mission. And I'm glad that they weren't here for too long, and I hope they didn't get too much information or anything. I wasn't sure how much time was passing anymore.
Oh, I kept them occupied once I found out. I kept the others away from them.
Good.
They could not see into my mind, and it helped fuel the anger I needed to get through that fight.
You've done a brilliant job. I was really worried about you, but I think I should have trusted you all. You've all become so much stronger, and I think despite everything, you all were working together with that battle.
I think we have a lot to learn, but she blushes a little bit again and she's like, that was a mess, but... And I know that you've spent less time with Ross and less with Caius, but having you here, having us all here, it feels whole again.
Rook's... Sorry.
No, go.
Rook smiles, and then it kind of just like fades away for a bit, and she looks quite bleak. She says, I don't really feel like all of me is here anymore. Can I, let me know if I'm getting too, I don't know, in your way or anything, but can I stick around with you for a while? I don't want to be alone.
Rook, I don't think I could let you go this time. If you tried. I think we need you here. I need you here. Just as much as you need to be here.
It's so good to be here. And I'll try to do better. See if I can help you all. I'm not at my peak at the moment.
You've been gone for a while. There's a lot you haven't seen. At the moment, while it may look like we're fighting well together, we've all been fighting an uphill battle, sometimes just with ourselves. You're in good company here. I think at the moment, well, you saw Caius, we've all had turns of similar breakdowns within the past few days, let alone. We're all a little bit not ourselves, but I think together there's little bits of us that fit together in the holes that were made.
That's right, that's how it's supposed to be, really. In my troop and my tribe, where people are supposed to complement each other. So I hope that I can be someone worthy of fitting in. And I hope that all of you, that things go okay. I mean, Caius, I didn't even know he was going to be with you folks. And he seems to be going through a real tough time. I hope things improve there.
I think that for both Caius and Ross, being here is terribly hard on both of them. But I also think that neither of them would survive being where they were. And she's just like, don't tell them I said this, because I think it will break their hearts, but I don't think that either of them would be okay. It scares me how much we're all a mess together, and as much as we fight like families do, and we are all a little bit broken, I think that the thing that saved me, Neumann, Bertie, was being together, and I think having the three of you with us can only help. Maybe I'm a fool, maybe this is just marching us all to our deaths, but God, I am so glad you're here.
Me too, I guess. If we go together. I think I keep saying this every time I talk to you, but thank you so much You're a wonderful person. And she goes, can I? And she reaches out for a hug.
Sorry, I'm just... the fucking body.
The body! She drops the body on the ground.
Anya also just drops Zaf, and she pulls Rook into a hug.
This is the romantic moonlight stroll that Zaf thought they were going on.
Just that beautiful romantic stroll, disposing of a body.
I mean, Zath is there for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got that moonlight stroll after all.
She pulls back from the hug after a little while, and she's like, I wasn't going to give this to you this soon. But I kind of got you a gift. And I was waiting for a more appropriate time, but I think that I'm sick of waiting.
Disposing of a body. That's always a fun time.
Oh, I suppose this is definitely not the greatest time, but... And she reaches into her pack and she pulls out the diadem that she had commissioned. So what Rook would see is this enchanted, like cast iron look crown, like delicate crown, that is just the visage of a many number of arms that are holding up an axe, and it looks like her axe, and she's like, I'm not great at giving gifts. It came to me in a dream, and it made me think of your tribe and your family, and I guess it's just another way to show that together we can hold each other up. Sorry.
Anya, this is wonderful.
It's heat resistant also.
Oh yeah, hair.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. The craftswork is beautiful, and the symbology of it all. I think my mother would have loved this. Hey, have a look. And a flamey like spirit being like shoots out from behind her, and just kind of, and a few others, and just kind of like swirl around where she's holding onto the diadem.
Anya looks up into the lights.
Yeah, I think they like it. Anya, thank you so much. This means a lot to me. I never thought I'd have someone that, I don't know, would care about me and bring me gifts when I'm after everything and after my travel, you know.
I think that you deserve gifts and happiness and a tribe. I'm sorry that I can't bring you your family back, but hopefully you can wear this and remember them.
Thank you.
Oh, I guess while gifts, I do have a couple of other things, not from me, but It was the braces of Nordril.
Nordril, yes.
Nordril. She pulls out a set of braces, and also a potion. She's like, the potion is from Tanip. We ran into her not too long ago. She's doing really well. Her potion making has progressed so much. But this is from her. It's a potion of fire giant strength.
Yes. Is it the giant potion?
I
don't know anything.
Darby?
So this will enhance your strength to that of a fire giant's.
Okay.
I think it makes I'm not a potions person. Bertie might be able to help more with what it does, but
I'm sure whatever it is, it's gonna be damn right cool.
It'll be good. I mean, Tana made it. And Eddie, can't remember where we got the braces from.
The braces, I believe you picked up in Navora, if memory serves. I might be misremembering that. But I think you picked them up and then you were going to sell them, and Braxton said, like, there's no way I can give you a fair price for these.
Yeah, that's
Your
right.
friend might benefit from them more. Thing of note, when you pass the braces over, they briefly glow, and Rook, your flaming hair stands on end and wafts as if there was a lot stronger wind around. And they are immediately they are enhanced in the process.
Anya's just like, we acquired these. God, I don't know, in some battle, but they'll be best for you.
Thank you. They seem pretty powerful. I'll have to test them out.
That's all the gifts. And she's a little bit awkward now. She's rubbing the back of her neck a little bit, and she's like, I'm glad you're back. And she sort of kicks Zath over to the nearest tree. I'm assuming we're at the forest now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she kicks Zath over to the nearest tree. And she kind of does a little sort of woof whistle just to, in a flavoring sort of way, just to let any animals in the area know that there's food.
Nice.
Here's food.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, Caius, you
Yes.
are running.
So Caius spends a little bit of time just sort of finishing up his drawing in the dirt, which when he finishes, he looks at it, and it's sort of like it's a very crude comic strip, in a way, style design, where there is a small stick figure with tiny wings. And then the next scene is a bigger stick figure with the big wings flying up into the sky. And then the third scene is that same stick figure with the wings limp falling down. And he's going to look at that for a bit, sort of nod his head, and then just sort of get up and walk through the city, just sort of, saying hi to a couple of people if there's anyone out at 10 o'clock at night. And then he's going to start jogging, and he's going to jog for a little bit more, and he's going to be picking up pace, and then he's going to be going much faster, and then he's going to essentially go into a full sprint. And he's going to sprint for as long as he can, hoping to potentially get out of the city. And as far away as he possibly can from the city in a sprint. If he can get to some sort of shrubbery or something or other, he will. And as he gets there, he stops and tries to suck in as much air as he can. And after 3 or 4 breaths, he's going to grab the hilt of his sword. He's going to activate one of the properties where he can beam out his voice as loud as he can, and he's just going to scream into the sky. And once that's done, he'll sort of sink down to his knees for a bit, and then reach underneath his breastplate and pull out a very stained small portrait of his father. And he's just going to stare at that for a while, have a quiet cry, and after maybe another 20 minutes or so, he's going to put that back where it was, stand up, collect himself, and almost sort of glaze over a little bit, and very slowly but purposefully, as he did in training, march back into town. And he will go back to the tavern. And knowing the conversation that that Anya had with Caius about maybe don't talk to Birdie, he's going to ask for a separate room if there is one available.
Okay. That is easily organised.
He'll pay for that.
Yeah.
And go and have a sleep.
Yeah. It's probably a gold.
Done.
Yeah. Neumann. So you were sorting out Bertie's favourite food.
Yeah, sorry, just wanted to double check. Was that just in the same tavern, or was that in a different?
Same tavern. He's
tavern.
not doing that again.
But that
Yeah.
probably would be a little bit after you sorting out the food. Just I didn't know.
Okay. I was just going to say, if
would have
Newman
taken a bit.
happened to see Caius, he would have let him just walk by, but maybe given him like a pat on the shoulder or something. But whether or not it happened before or after, that intent is still there. Because he did also see Caius throwing stick figures in the ground. And, yeah. So Newman is going to pull Ross down to the bar. And he's going to go and try and grab one of their attention. One of whoever's behind there, grab someone's attention.
Okay. Yeah. Hello.
Hey. My name's Neumann, and this is Ross. We're friends of Bertie's.
Ah, yes, Bertie.
Yes, you're familiar?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Lovely to meet you, by the way. Your name is.
Glittlewass.
Sorry.
Friends call me Glid.
All right, Glid. Thank you. Nice to meet you. See, we're in a bit of a, not so much a predicament. I just want to do something nice. Something nice for Birdie. Now, Birdie isn't currently in the room right now, but I believe I saw Birdie come into the tavern. So, I don't know if you would happen to know. Is there like a secret area in this tavern that Birdie sometimes uses, or?
I could ask Piran or Corbin.
That would be great. But all I want to do is I just want to leave some food that Birdie might like. Wherever Birdie is. I get the feeling that maybe it's not good for anyone to bother him right now, but maybe just a little bit of assistance with processing some stuff that's going on right now. But do you happen to know any food that Birdie really likes, by any chance? Or
I don't, but again, I can probably check with Piran and Corbin.
well, are they here right now, or?
Yeah, they're taking their break at the moment.
Oh, right. Well, look, if I just give you, he goes and he brings out maybe 2 silver. Would that be enough to cover most meals?
To some extent, yeah. And I'm sure the fact that it's for Bertie.
Okay, Neumann just has a look at the board and he just picks the most expensive thing on the board and he just goes, look, and he just takes out that many silver pieces and goes, I'm sure this would cover it.
Yeah. The most expensive thing is about 5 gold.
Sure, 5 gold it is. So he takes out 5 gold and sits on the counter and just like, so just once you get the chance, could you talk to the others and just maybe find out and just get something delivered?
Will do.
All right. Thank you very much. He's going to turn to Ross and be like, do you want anything to eat or?
No, I'm good. Are you? And she's gonna kind of do that terrible thing people do when you're working at a bar where they just kind of half turn away and pretend that like you can't still hear them. And she's gonna just kind of turn Neumann a little bit away and be like, are you sure that we shouldn't? I'm not saying we should talk to Birdie. I definitely don't think he's in the mood for talking, but send, like, maybe deliver the food ourselves? I don't know.
I'm having this like internal battle with myself because I know I would love someone to deliver me food when I'm in a tough time. But I don't know if that's what Birdie would want.
No, but...
It's so
But I mean, to be a little bit selfish, I kind of want to make sure Birdie's not. He's definitely not going to be okay, but I definitely would like to check on him with my own eyes and not rely on people we don't know.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just assuming that because they have a lot of history with Birdie, just from what I can gather, that maybe that would be okay. But I guess I'm just sort of trying to tread very lightly right now. I don't want to make anything worse. So, look, maybe we should try.
Maybe. I just... Birdie hasn't told me a lot about his past, but I do think he struggles with feeling like people leave him behind. So maybe it would be nice for us to kind of show him that we are here, I guess.
Let's just do it.
Okay. She's gonna turn around to the bar and be like, could you get Pierre and Corbin now, please? Thank you. If you could, that would be very kind and lovely of you.
Okay. So...
Smile.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. Anya and Rook, are you in a particular rush to get back, or?
We're taking the average pace of corpse disposal.
Leisurely stroll.
Okay. Okay. So, just trying to think where to balance things. Yeah. So, just for the sake of brevity, Piran eventually comes out and lets you know that Birdie is likely in the attic. He has a meal prepared for him. Bertie, what would Piran have likely prepared?
Oh, like a pie. I think his favourite food is like a berry pie. I think that was what his favourite thing was.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And for good measure, he returns like the 5 gold to you, Neumann.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much for this. This is really appreciated. How do I get to the attic?
And yeah, he shows you up and says, just don't push things too much.
Yes, I know. I'll try my best. We'll try our best.
Right.
Yeah.
As he gestures to Ross to sort of say, come on, let's go.
Guess we're also along the way. Ross is just going to very quickly be like, do any of you remember that I started a tab for food? You don't have to pay for things. I started it. That's literally why I'm performing, is to pay for our food and our rooms. I can do one thing really well.
Sorry, is this being said straight to Neumann?
Yes.
He's going back, right, sorry, I thought it was just for that night.
No, I do sing for fun, but not. No. I'm a professional.
Bertie, you can
Alright.
hear this, like, whispering down below.
As we walk with our little berry pie up to the attic.
So I guess, like, we're just going to knock on the door and put the pie on the ground, and Neumann's going to take a couple steps back and wait to see what Ross does as well.
Ross, did you put the pie on the ground?
Neumann put the pie on the ground, yes.
Okay, Ross takes like half a step back.
So how do you react to this pie being placed up here?
So it's like,
It's a latch door.
Yeah. It's an attic. It's an attic.
I thought it was a door. No, we've just gone. Yup.
Yeah.
It is
Okay,
an
well, if that's the
attic.
case, then no, I would not have slid the pie in. I would have instead.
Neumann
Please
will.
do it. That's so cute.
Yeah, Neumann will do
Yeah.
that.
Raising up.
Okay, just pie raise up.
So cute.
And he will still knock on whatever he can
Yeah.
as well.
fair point. I guess fair point of call when you do knock. It's very cold.
Okay.
Well, this pie is warm.
Oh my god.
Hey, Bertie. We just thought we'd bring you something. Ross is here as well, by the way.
Hi.
I'm not sure if you want to chat, but did you want to eat some pie together? I mean, you can have it all if you want, but like, it smells really good.
I guess the trapdoor opens up a little crack. It's dark in there because he doesn't need to see in the light anyway. But I guess like I think we've talked about this a very long time ago that like I think Eddie and I have joked about that elves have like that kind of cryptid, like the eyes gleaming thing, like a deer or something like that, where you shine a spotlight on them. And so you kind of see like those little eyes, but like that silvery pink kind of tint to them, still with that reflective quality. But he just like peeking in through there. And then he's like, oh, cool. That's really nice of you. Thanks. Didn't have to do that. is the voice that comes out from that little crack in the trapdoor. The hatch, I suppose.
Yeah. Like we said, we don't have to talk if you don't want to, but if you don't want to be alone, we are happy to just sit with you.
In fact, I'm already sort of sitting here.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool.
You don't have to come out. We can, if you're more comfortable, we can just sit out here.
Yeah, that'd be good, actually.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, cool. And I guess the trapdoor is open for a little bit longer, and then he just drops it again. And then I suppose because you guys have the messenger earrings, we can talk to each other in close range. In the open comms, I guess instead he will be like, okay, cool. So how's everyone doing? Everyone's okay? You've all healed? No one got dinged up too bad? I didn't actually take a chance to have a look, actually. I'm assuming people are okay. There was some blood, but you know.
Yeah, we're all pretty good. Caius did some healing.
Oh, good. That's great.
And then yeah, we're all doing good. Do you need healing?
No, that's what I do best. So
Okay.
that's cool. No, I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm yeah, no. It's cool. So everyone's recuperating then. That's good. That's great that you two took the time to come say hi.
Well, Anya and Rook, I believe, are off disposing of the body, and
Oh, they go. Oh, is it a
Yeah.
romantic body disposal? Neumann, wink, wink, wink.
I'm hoping I actually still haven't told them that each other have the bands at the moment. Yeah. So, I mean, look, I was sort of hoping the situation would be a bit better. I had this whole thing planned, but obviously things turned south.
Well,
But
yeah.
if we catch up again and they haven't noticed, I have got another plan. You know me, I've always got plan A, plan B, plan C, all the way to Z.
You are very resourceful.
It would, and you're sort of part of that plan as well. So I want to check up on you for numerous reasons. Mainly that I'm worried. Mainly because I want to talk with you, but it can wait. It's all that really matters right now is that you're okay. And I know it's been a while, and none of us have really eaten much this afternoon, so I thought, what better than some food? And I may have done some research and found out that you like pie.
Yeah, that's what I used to like when I was a kid. Yeah, that's very nice. Does it have mayonnaise in it? Because if it is, I will probably puke without even actually touching that. Like, even the thought of that actually makes me quite nauseous.
no mayonnaise. I checked.
Oh, good. Excellent. Fantastic. Cool. Well, that's good. And yeah. Well, I'll take a quick stab. Was the thing you wanted to talk about the mind control thing, Neumann?
Yes. Yeah, that's, you pretty much got me there. Yep, that is 100% the main reason I have been stressing and sort of pulling hair out for the past half an hour or so.
Well,
And this is sort of the best way to get it off my mind, and I feel like it would be healthy to talk about it eventually, because this isn't something that I'm willing to let slip away.
yeah. Well, if it makes you feel better, sure. If that's not awkward to have Ross listening in.
I've had this same conversation with Ross as well.
Oh, of course, yeah. Cool, good.
I was looking for both of you, and I sort of ran into Ross first and then immediately came looking for you after. So, it's not something I ever want to do, and it's not something I ever want to do again. And it wasn't. And like he starts to choke again because it's as if he's planned what to say this entire maybe 5 minutes of like awkwardly starting this conversation. He goes, all right, so I'm going to say this. I'm just going to let it all out. Bertie might say this, or this. I'm going to come up with this response, and that's all pretty much gone down the drain now. He is completely flustered.
Ross holds his hand.
He sort of, you feel his body sort of relax a little bit, and he goes, I hate that I can't control myself at the best of times, but I hate it even more when I let people control me. And I said this very same thing to Ross. I threw away something very dear to me so I wouldn't be able to hurt you guys again. Pretty much a symbol of my entire life up to this point. And I've been much better for it, but it really hurt me. And I thought that was the end of hurting you guys, but obviously not. If I'm so easily to manipulate in these ways, then I need to do something about it, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I tried so hard, but I think I just need to have more preparation. I need to do something before this stuff happens, not whilst it's happening. And there's no way that I expect you to there's no way I expect you to forgive me or anything like that. I really, really hope you do, because it is not something that I could have stopped at the time. And I'm not sure if you'll ever feel safe around me again. But I just wanted you to know that I'm sorry, and that I'm going to be putting everything I have into stopping this from happening again.
Apology accepted. There's nothing to apologize for after all anyway. I know that you are in control of yourself for that, because I used to have that spell. I've been around that before, so you know. And as I said while we were fighting, before you jumped in and thought of it faster anyway, I've got experience with that and I can get rid of it. So really, if I'd been faster, it wouldn't have happened in the first place. So, yeah, that's something that I've got to get better at. And not hesitate so much. But, yeah, so it's not your fault at all. You did a lot in that fight. You were really impressive. And Ross, too. And everyone else.
Just like you could have been faster, I could have been better and not let it happen in the first place. I'm not trying to pin the blame on me. And I'm not putting blame on you or anything like that. Everyone did the best they could during that fight. All I'm saying is, I feel like whether it was anyone's fault, it's put a massive divide between us all.
Yeah, of course.
And I just want to make sure that this divide, this gap between us, can be fixed, or at the very least bridged across, because I can't move forward without you guys.
Neumann, buddy, you gotta stop being so... It's not your fault. And I know it sucks because you think that, like, I get it. It's, you know, you feel bad because that's happened. But really, that was a pretty powerful magician. It's actually pretty hard to shake that off in the first place, especially on your own. Pretty much, I've never done that before, but, like, that spell, if the person focuses hard enough, they can pretty much make you do whatever they like. They can make you bow to them. They can make you stop breathing. They could probably even make you do away with yourself. So there's really nothing. You can't do anything about that. So really,
I
there's
will
nothing
do
you could have
something
done.
about it. I will do something about it. Especially because for us to go forward with our goals, I see us running into the Wizards of the Ruin more and more. And that was just one. And as far as I'm aware, there's many more to go. Probably even more powerful than that one.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So I will be doing something about this. And I'm hoping that I just really hope that you guys will be there with me later on as well. Maybe even after all of this as well. If there is an after this.
Yeah, I mean, if there's an after this, then I'm sure we can probably help you with that. I mean, I don't know. Yeah? If we can be of use, of course. I can't say I'm particularly very well suited to that kind of stuff, but Anya would be very good. Rook would be very good, and Kai's would be great, and then, Ross is from there anyway, so, she'd be great at that too. So, isn't that cool? And I can be there for moral support, because that's what I'm best at. That was a joke, by the way. Wink.
You're best at a lot of things, Birdie. You're best at a lot of things that I'm not. You're best at a lot of things that Caius isn't, that Anya isn't, that Ross isn't. And he goes, sorry. Rook as well. You fit into this party like the missing puzzle piece, every single one of us. And this party wouldn't be where it is today without everyone with us right now.
Yeah, that's it. You're right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's, we all have, there's things people are good at, and the fight was a good proof of that, Caius was really fast and focused, and he kind of knocked the Zath to the ground faster than I could even see him, and Anya shot them to pieces when they kept trying to attack her. Rook had magic. I don't know if either of you... Well, Ross, you might have noticed you also do magic. That was not something she could do before. And she pretty much, flew in on Hafren to try to stop them. That was impressive. And then Neumann, you had, these tricks and plans and everything, and...
Could Neumann see Birdie's, wings along with the magical wings? The other ones that were coming out, or is that another one of those things that Neumann can't see because he doesn't have this magical vision?
No, those were those physically appeared.
Oh, that is so cool. Birdie, I don't even know what kind of magic you were doing during that fight, but you were definitely the most, and I don't mean this in the bad way, but you were very, very scarily powerful looking. You had 2 sets of wings. Since when did you have 1 set of wings?
Well, I had to try to teach myself a lot of things over the past couple of days.
And you pulled out this staff, which I don't even think I've seen you use that, but that looked like it did a lot of damage. And you just kept on going and going. And I'm sorry, I'm still getting over those wings. I still can't get over those. They are so cool. And he just starts stuttering again.
I would like to insight check the silence on Birdie's end of this conversation.
Okay. Roll me an insight check.
Natural 20. The opposite of when I insight check Conrad in Curse of Strahd. That's a 24 altogether.
Okay.
I get Ross is just listening to hear kind of from Bertie's reactions and the things he's responding to and what he's not responding to, kind of just how he's really feeling about what Neumann is saying.
Yeah, so he has, I guess he has been butting quite a lot to try to like deflect or to cheer up the situation, I guess. And then when Neumann starts talking about like, oh, but you did this cool, you just looked so cool. That's a very pointed silence. I guess from that insight check as well, if she is kind of like glancing up to try to ascertain that, like while she's thinking, I suppose, when Neumann touched the trapdoor, it was quite cold. It's now just kind of like frost, like started to kind of frost over a bit. It was like little icicles hanging down from the trapdoor.
Okay. Ross kind of squeezes Newman's hand and kind of silently just gestures to like, shh. Bertie, is there anything you want to talk about right now?
Well, everyone's been going through a lot of stuff, so, probably not. Besides, people complimenting me, I always love to hear it. And yeah, the wings, well, as you have seen traveling with me for the incredibly long time of 3 months, I do love to put on a show. I'm all style after all. So, I'm glad you thought that was cool. You too, Ross. I was like, wow, compliment. That was amazing. It was really funny, actually. Well, that's like the same thing Kai said yesterday, so it was really funny. I was like, wow. So many compliments in 2 days. My little heart might just explode.
Bertie, are you worried about seeing Caius again?
No. Is he? Does he know? Neumann clearly knows, and I know you don't always know what you've done at all. And that happens to you.
I don't know if he knows, but I did walk past him crying with Anya and Rook.
Cool.
Even if he was charmed, that's a fact, but
yeah, I know.
But feelings aren't always fact compliant.
Yeah, no, it's the same with you, and I don't blame either of you. It was fun, and I survived, so that's cool. So that's fine.
But it doesn't feel great, does it?
Well, no, but let's... It isn't either of your fault. I could have done something a lot faster, and I faulted, and that was my fault, so that's why that happened. So...
It happened because Zath is one of the most powerful people we've ever encountered. It didn't happen because we were slow. It didn't happen because we were bad. It happened because it happened. And in a lot of ways, there's nothing any of us could have done about it. No matter how strong or how powerful. Maybe there will be in the future a way we can stop it from happening again. I'm sure there is. But we can't keep pinning the blame on ourselves.
No, I know. I just need to get a little bit better about it. I had some big ideas of how I would be next time we were in a fight, and I don't know, I got confident because of like 2 days of training and like certain people. Well, I guess the problem is, yeah, we all, like, the bad stuff happened. The thing with Zeth happened. That was bad. Like, yeah, for sure. None of us could have stopped that. They were a bad person. They didn't deserve to, well, I don't know, have something done about them. But, you know, I don't have the time to get better at it. I have to get good real fast because I've got to do some stuff, and then I can't hesitate because that'll mean everyone will fail. You know, I can't just be a pretty face for this job anymore, and I can't be a talker. I have to become a weapon. And that's what I have to do to keep people safe. And, you know, because, you know, we don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, like 2 days ago, an assassin just went and decided to kill guys because he ran away, because she knew it would hurt me the most. So, you know, that happened. Then Zeth turned up and, like, you know, after the assassin thing happened, I thought I'd be there for everyone. And, you know, I had some ideas about being a team, with everyone, of course, and I was just kind of there when this all happened. Everyone had a lot of cool stuff to do. I even had some stuff that I could do, and I faltered, and I was just there. So, if stuff like this happens again, or if an assassin comes in again, or the last captain comes in again, I have to do something, because it's up to everyone. But, you know, we all have to pull our weight, and I can't be there for some people in certain ways, so I gotta be there as much as I can when we're fighting. So I just need to be a better person, basically. And I'm on the way there. It's just, I don't know how much time I have. I don't know how much time I have until I need to be that person or that weapon. Because I've just been a merchant for most of my life, so this has been a big 3 months for me. So there we go.
I'm sorry we've made you feel that way.
It's not up to you guys. That's a me thing.
Yes, but I'm sorry we let the pressure on you get so great that you feel you don't have a choice.
Everyone's got pressure on them.
But you
got your convocation. Newman's got his the stuff with all the wizards. That's a big pressure. That's like taking on more than just what I have to look after.
But
you know, Anya's got the legacy of her. I don't even I want to say fiance, but I don't think that was their vibe. They were just soulmates. You know, she's got the legacy of that. And then possibly even, you know, rekindling later on. You know, she's got that kind of stuff to worry about. And, you know, she's got a million other issues to worry about. And then, you know, well, Rook has she's been pretty consistent from the start. She's got the big the whole family thing going on, and then Kais has his whole family, legacy, and the people that he feels he's failed along the way to worry about. So, we've all got expectations on us, and in the big scheme of things, what I have to do is important, but, that's not really a big ask for me. So this is, I just need to get better at stuff.
Birdie, when was the last time someone actually talked to you about this properly? When was the last time any of us made time for you like that?
Well, never. But it's cool. Everyone has problems, so it's fine.
It's not. And I'm sorry.
And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.
By the way, Neumann has zipped his lips. He's not saying a single word. He does not want to ruin.
Thank you. Alright, thank you, everyone.
Thanks for watching us have mental breakdown.
Yeah, this emotional roller coaster.
Ooh.
That's been mostly headed down.
Good. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you.
Thank
Hope
you.
you're all doing well. Have a good week.
Sorry for listening.
See you next time we have a fight and spend 4 episodes recovering from it. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bum, bum, ba, la, 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 la.
Feels weird that we're not practicing it.
Dun, dun, dun.
You've taken away the joy, Darby. You've sucked the soul from this podcast.
The joie de vie, the c'est la vie, the je ne sais quoi.
The je ne sais quoi.